And as we get ready to leave Firestone Station, let's wave goodbye to our station masters. That will be Tom and Kaylee. Thank you, folks. And we're now beginning a 30-minute trip around the inside perimeter of Greenfield Village. And we will be making 2 stops along the way. One at our Susquehanna Station, which is where we're heading to right now. And then we'll be stopping at Smith Creek before we make our return here to Firestone Station. Now, Greenfield Village was dedicated on October 21st of 1929, and we cover about 80 acres of land in Dearborn, and we have about 100 buildings in the village, and many of them have presenters inside, and they'll be happy to talk to you about the building and about the people who have either lived or worked in these locations. Now, Greenfield Village is divided into 7 historic districts. And we're entering the first district right now. This is the Henry Ford Model T District. And that white farmhouse up ahead on the left is the birthplace of Henry Ford. He was born in one of the upstairs bedrooms on July 30th of 1863. And while Henry was the oldest of 6 children, he was born and raised on a farm. He did not enjoy farm work. In fact, at the age of 16, he wound up leaving the farm so he could return so that he could work in the machine shops of Detroit. Now, as you pass the farmhouse, you can see Main Street. On Main Street, we have such buildings as the Wright Brothers Cycle Shop, the Wright Brothers Home, and across the street is a scaled-down version of Mass Avenue, Ford Motor Company. And on that is a loading dock where you can catch a ride on one of our Model Ts. And right now we're coming into the Thomas Edison at Work District. And there's a statue of Thomas Edison on the left. He's seated there. And he's probably thinking about his next invention. Or perhaps he's thinking, well, what is the flavor of the day at the frozen custard shop that is directly in front of him. Now the gray building on our left is the Menlo Park Laboratory. That's where Edison did a lot of his research and development. In fact, he developed the incandescent light bulb and the phonograph there. In fact, during his lifetime, Edison accumulated 1,093 U.S. patents for his inventions. Now, the large mustard-colored building on our left is the Sarah Jordan Boarding House. Many of Edison's unmarried male employees. And it's also one of the first residences in the world to be wired with electric lights. Next door to the boarding house is a small gray building, which is the Fort Myers Laboratory, and Edison continued to do research and development in there while living in Florida. In fact, it was right next to his house in Fort Myers. And we're now in the Porches and Parlors District. And the gateway to the district is the Ackley Covered Bridge. Built in 1832, it went over the Wheeling Creek in southwest Pennsylvania. Now, Porches and Parlors features a number of homes that individuals have lived in over the years, and they all give you some ideas about the lifestyles and traditions of the people who lived in them, as well as the times in which they were occupied. Now, you might be wondering, what is the oldest building here in Greenfield Village? Well, that's going to be at the top of the hill on our left-hand side. It's that limestone cottage up there. It's the Cotswold Cottage, built in the early 1600s in the Cotswold region of England. Henry Ford and his wife Clara were very fond of that type of structure, so they were on the lookout for one to buy, and this is the one that was found for them, and we call it the Rose Cottage. Henry Ford bought it, had it taken apart, brought over to Greenfield Village, and it was reassembled here. We're stopping here at our Susquehanna station. We'll be here for 4 minutes. You'll be able to exit on the left as soon as the engineer blows the whistle. And he blew the whistle.